We're talking about some main examples or classifications of what restrictive cardiomyopathy. Now, let's refresh our mind on what restrictive cardiomyopathy is. First of all, cardiomyopathy is any disease condition that is affecting what the heart muscles. Restrictive cardiomyopathies, you see that the heart muscles are normal, but the heart muscles cannot but become any more elastic. Normally your heartbeat is flexible and all that. So that flexibility is lost in restrictive. Okay, so now we are saying that in this restrictive, there's a type that is known as obliterative, and anything that is obliterating is like it is eating off, right? Then non-obliterative, the restriction is just there, the muscles are not eating off. Okay, so we'll talk about the two concepts. I guys you get to know the differences between the two. So we said that what obliterative restrictive cardiomyopathies and non-obliterative restrictive cardiomyopathies are actually two subcategories of restrictive cardiomyopathy, which is a rare heart condition characterized by stiffening of the heart muscles. So the heart muscles are no longer flexible. The heart beating flexibility and all that is no longer there. Okay, so talking about this obliterative type of restrictive cardiomyopathy, this one, there's a progressive fibrosis and obliteration of the ventricular cavity. So that means what? Some muscles, because the muscles, okay, sorry, this is here. Because the muscles are becoming too thick, they are now like wearing away. That's obliteration. Okay, so there's endomyocardial fibrosis and what hypereosinophilic syndrome are examples of this, and it's often associated with what eosinophilia. There will be elevated levels of what eosinophils, thrombosis. Thrombosis is like blockage. So like some parts of the ventricles can be wearing off and they can go to another blood supply and block it. Okay, thrombosis and embolism. Okay, it has a poor prognosis, like a poor possibility of the patient recovering from the disease condition due to what extensive fibrosis and cavity obliteration. So like the ventricles are now eating off, right? So there's a poor or there's a reduced chance of the patient recovering from the disease condition, right? Then for the non-obliterative restrictive cardiomyopathies, this one we say that it's characterized by stiffening of the myocardium without cavity obliteration. So the cavity is not wearing away. Okay. Idiopathic restrictive cardiomyopathy is also an example. Like idiopathic means like you don't really know the cause, right? Idiopathic amyloidosis, fibroid disease, sarcoidosis are all examples. It is often associated with diastolic dysfunction, like the ability of the heart to relax to get filled up with blood is usually what impaired, okay? But there's a preserved systolic function, like the ability of the heart to pump out blood is still pump out blood is still the same. So the heart is contracting well, but for you to what relax more than the usual is not there again. You get it? So there's a variable prognosis depending on the underlying cause and severity. So the key differences between these two concepts is what? Presence or absence of cavity obliteration, extent of fibrosis and myocardial stiffness, then prognosis, that's the possibility of recovery, then treatment options, right? So I think that's it from the differences between what? Obliterative and non-obliterative restrictive cardiomyopathies.